Hello and welcome back to Fantastic Fibers. Today I will be showing you how to make a stained glass granny square. I have several here to show you the different styles and colors that you can do. You can really use any color. I decided to go with something very bright. Even muted colors look really nice. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be starting with Red Heart Super Saver stripes. It has 236 yards. The color is called Favorite Stripe, lot number 3450, 100% acrylic, and I absolutely love the colors of this yarn. Who wouldn't? For the black, I just used Caron Simply Soft Black. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular, just any black 4-weight yarn will do. And of course you do not have to use the stripes yarn. You can always switch out what colors you would like to use and just use single color to create the color change. Okay. So we will also be using an H or a 5mm. I prefer the boy crochet hooks. You can use whatever brand you prefer. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to make our slip knot. However, which way you make yours is fine. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go into the loop at the very beginning. I like to use the back loop. I know it doesn't really matter with when you're making a circle, but that's the loop I prefer. So now we have our circle. We're going to chain 1. This does not count as a stitch, okay? And we're going to make 16 double crochet. So yarn over, go in the circle, yarn over and come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2. Again, we're going to yarn over, go into the center, yarn over again, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2. So we're going to go all the way around the circle until we have 16 double crochet in our center. I will meet you at the end. Okay, so now we have finished our center circle. And as you see, my yarn has already begun the color change. So we're not going to go into this chain space that we made here. We're actually going to go above that and just slip stitch into it and pull it tight. Now we're going to move on. I just dropped my crochet hook. Okay, so now we are going to begin the stained glass look. So switch to your black. Well, I prefer the black. You can use whatever color you would like. Make your slip stitch, or slip knot, I'm sorry. Make your slip knot. And we're gonna go right into the top post and attach our yarn. Now we're going to chain 1, but that's not going to count as a stitch. This is going to be for the closing. And we are going to do front post single crochet around this whole circle. So in order to front post single crochet, you're going to go between the stitches, go underneath and behind, and come back to the front. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and just pull both loops off. And that's how you do the front post single crochet. Nothing fancy, no chains, nothing. Just yarn over, or I'm sorry, just go in behind that stitch, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, and pull off the 2. I'm going to show this a few more times to make sure that you've got this. For beginners, this could be very tricky. I remember learning my first time doing a front post, any crochet front post. I was like, wow, you can do that? I was quite young though. Okay, and so we're going to just go ahead and slip stitch, or I'm sorry, we're going to go ahead and front post single crochet all the way around, all 16 stitches. Now make sure that you do keep your count and that you are only crocheting 16 stitches. This will count in the end. Okay, so now that I've met you back at the beginning again, we're going to go ahead and close. So you want to go into your first stitch, not the chain one that we created, but right into the top post. Right there. Grab your yarn and slip stitch into that. Okay? Pull it nice and snug and tie off. Now don't worry about your ends. We will sew them in at the end. Okay, so now on to round 3. For round 3, we are going to be doing puff stitches. So make your slip stitch, or I'm sorry, make your slip knot. And we're going to go right back in. You can go wherever you would like, but I like to go right back in where I closed. So go ahead and slip stitch into that space there and chain 1. That's just for the height. It does not count as a stitch. So we're going to go back in, yarn over, and come out. Yarn over, go back in, yarn over, and come out until you've done that 3 times, and you should have 7 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all the hooks, or all the loops, and chain 2. Again, you're going to go right into the next stitch, and I know sometimes it's hard to see with black, but every stitch is where we're going to go. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over, go in, yarn over, come back out. That's 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, come back out, and there you have 3. So now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 and chain 2. Okay, yarn over, in through the top post, yarn over, come out, yarn over, go into that top post again, yarn over, and come on out. Last time, yarn over, go into the same hole, yarn over, and come back out. Now you have all 3. You're going to yarn over and come through all of your stitches there and chain 2. So we're going to do this all the way around, all 16 stitches, and at the end you should have 16 puff stitches. And some of them can be a little tight. Okay, I shall meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so as you see, we are back at the beginning again, and it is time to close. So what we're going to do, make sure you have your chain 2, and make sure you have counted each puff stitch to make sure that you have 16 of these. It's very important to count each round, because I've messed them up quite a few times by not having 16. Accidentally had 15 once, accidentally had 17 another time. Does not work out right. So to close again, we're going to go into the top post. So not this here. We're going to go up here in this space right there. I hope you can see that. Okay, and we're just going to slip stitch in and close off. Now, we are going to go ahead and switch to the black again, and we're going to outline these puff stitches. So go ahead and make your slip knot, however which way you like to do it. And we are going to go right into this chain 2 space here and just slip stitch on, okay? Now, to do this stitch, you're going to chain 1. You are going to go front post, single crochet, chain 1, and then go down and do a double crochet by by going into the bottom front post here and just doing a double crochet front post right into it. Chain 1, and now we are going to our second puff stitch. Again, we're going to go right behind it, yarn over, and yarn over. So that is a front post single crochet. Chain 1, and now we're going to go right down here behind this front post single crochet and make a front post double crochet. Chain 1, and again behind, yarn over, and voila. Chain 1, yarn over, behind this front post single crochet, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off the last 2. Chain 1, front post single crochet around that puff space, chain, yarn over, front post double crochet, chain 1, front post single crochet, chain 1, and this is going to be the last one that I do with you, and I will meet you around to the beginning. So you're going to yarn over, go into that single front post single crochet, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and chain 1. So I will meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so we've made it back around to the beginning again. I've already got my chain 1 and last double crochet. So let's go ahead and close this together. Okay, so here is that very first chain that I made. We're not going to go into that. That was just to build the height. We're actually going to go into the top post of this single crochet and close it there. Okay, so close it off. And there we have round 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to our striped yarn. Nice and bright purple here I have. Getting ready to change into a different purple, I see. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do, we are going to do cluster stitches. Now, normally you see a cluster of 4, but because the black covers so much of the color, we want to really see it. So what I do is I go right into the top post of one of these front post double crochets, chain 1, and we're going to do a cluster 5 stitch. So yarn over, go into the same hole, yarn over, come back out. And this time, instead of doing a full double crochet, we're just going to leave it half finished. So we have a half finished double crochet. So we're going to go ahead and yarn over and go right back into that same space, yarn over, come on out, same thing, just pull off 2, and you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, and now we have 4. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, come back out, yarn over, and pull off 2. Now there's 5 loops on here, but we only have 4 stitches. Remember, this first one does not count. So we're going to make 1 more. So yarn over, go into the same space, yarn over, and come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, and that completes it. We have 6 loops on our hook and 5 stitches down below. Yarn over and go through all of the hoops, and then we're going to chain 2. Okay? Now we're going to skip these 3 stitches in here, and we're going to go directly to the top post of this front post double crochet. Now, considering it is black, it is hard to see, but I'm hoping that by me separating this, you can see exactly where that top post is. We're going to go right into that after, hold on, you're going to yarn over first, then you're going to go right into that. Yarn over, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, go in, yarn over, come on out, pull off 2, that leaves us with 3 so far, yarn over, go on in, yarn over, come on out, yarn over, and take off 2. That leaves us with 4, so yarn over, go back in, yarn over, come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, and that leaves us with 5. Again, that is not 5 stitches, that is 5 loops. So we're going to go one more time, yarn over, into the hole, yarn over, come on back out, yarn over, pull off 2, and now that we've completed all 5 stitches, we're going to yarn over and pull off all 6 hoops and chain 2. That is a beautiful purple. Okay, so let's just go ahead and continue yarning over and pulling off 2 in our next stitch. Again, you're going to want to go into the top of the front post double crochet. That is the space in which we are working right now, not in between. Ooh, split the yarn there we go. So now we have our 5 stitches again, and we're going to yarn over and pull them off and chain 2. So as we go ahead and go around, I'm just going to crochet slower than I normally do so that I can show you and you can crochet along as I move. And if this happens, if you end up with an extra hoop that falls off, just slip it right back on over the other stitch or the other loop, and it'll go right back on your hook. But I want you to really be able to follow along and get this stitch down because it's such an easy stitch, and I think it's so pretty once you see it set into place. Okay, so now we have all 5 stitches, yarn over and pull them off and chain 2. Continuing on, again, we're going to skip all this and go right into the top post of this double crochet right here, leaving ourselves half finished double crochet until we have 5 double crochet or 6 loops. So there's the 6 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are our 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and pull all of the loops off and chain 2. So I'm going to go ahead and keep crocheting along, and I will meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so now I've made it back to the beginning again, and as you can see, some of it does curl up a little bit. I'm sure yours curls up a little bit too. Not a big deal, it will correct itself as soon as we start with the black. So I've chained my last 2 on my last stitch, and now we're going to go back into that very first stitch, but we're going to go into the top of it. So ignore all this here. We don't want the chain 1, nor do we want this space here. We want this all the way at the top, like that. And we're going to yarn over and slip stitch right into that. Bind off. And there we have it. Okay, so now we're going to start with the black again. Go ahead and put your slip knot on. And we are going to start right in the chain 2 space on here. Now what I like to do is I like to lay the previous round, if it's the same color, I do like to lay it over top and go into a space where I know it'll have some time to get covered up. That way you don't have to tie so much in, sew it all in at the end. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, and then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into the top post of this front post single crochet and come right back out the front. We are not going around and working in the back. So let me show that to you again. You're going to yarn over. You're going to find this front top post here. Go into the center of the post and come right up over the top, yarn over, and go right down back into that same space. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over and pull off 2. And then we're going to do another single crochet right next to that. Now we move on to our cluster stitch. And this is just going to be a front post single crochet. So go behind it, yarn over, come back to the front, yarn over, and pull them both off. Again, into the chain 2 space, we're going to do a single crochet, a top post double crochet. Okay, again, you're not going behind, you're not working this way. Okay, we're going to come in and go right back over top of that front post single crochet that we're working into, and come right back down and through it. Take off 2, take off 2, and then single crochet right next to it, and front post single crochet around your puff stitch. I'm sorry, not your puff stitch, your cluster stitch. Now we're going to go ahead and single crochet again, and we're going to go double crochet into that top post space there and come right back through the hole there, the space, pull off 2, pull off 2. Okay, and another single crochet next to it. And we're going to work this around the entire circle, just repeating single crochet, double crochet into the top post, single crochet, and then a front post single crochet. Okay, again, single crochet, double crochet into that top post from the previous round, single crochet right next to it, and front post single crochet. Last time I'm going to do this, and then I will meet you around at the beginning again so we can close. And it's just basically these same few stitches all the way around. No surprises, nothing too difficult. I'd say getting the hang of doing this double crochet down here is probably the most difficult part of this, and even that isn't too difficult. So go ahead on around and I will meet you back at the beginning again. Okay, so now we've made it around the entire circle again. I am going to do our last front post single crochet, and if you remember from the beginning, our very first stitch was a single crochet. So we're going to go into that space, not the chain 1 that we made for height, but into the space where the single crochet is, and we're going to close it and bind it off. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and start with our color again. I am still on this vibrant purple here, which is beautiful. Now this time we are going to go on the back loop of each crochet. So I'm going to try and show this as best as I can. This is the back loop. This is the front loop, and together the two of them make that chain look, almost like a braid when you put them together. So we're not going to be using both like we normally would. We're just going to use this back one here. And I know that's a little difficult to see with the black, but I'm hoping that the camera shows it up bright enough. Okay, and so we are going to go ahead and slip stitch. And what I like to do, because I don't like to pull that loop up really high, in order to tighten it down, I just squeeze the loop really hard and tighten my yarn down. And then I go back into the front loop and just kind of raise it a little, which helps bring the height of that back down some. And so we're going to just work a single crochet, chain one for the height, and work a single crochet into the back loop of every stitch. And this is why it's important to make sure you have the 16, because after this we start our corners to turn this bad boy into a square. So that's all we're going to do for this round. Slide into that back loop and single crochet all the way around. Now I've seen other people do this online. I've seen YouTube videos of many different ways of making this stained glass granny square. This is the way that I do it. I think it comes out much nicer. It's not as padded. You do not have to you don't have to work from the front and the back. You don't have to worry about working over top of your work, or, you know, crocheting around the front of your work. Instead, you just crochet with it, and even though it is a little thick from the puff stitches and from the cluster stitches, it is nowhere near as thick as it would be if you were to work around your work. You know, coming down into it and wrapping it in both directions. It would make it much thicker. And that's fine if you would like a really thick blanket, especially for the winter time. But personally, I don't like them too thick because it makes it really stiff. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around, just the back loop, and I will meet you back at the beginning and we will close together. Okay, so now we're back at the beginning and we are getting ready to close. Again, you do not want to go into the first chain that we made. That is just there for the height. We're going to go into the next one, which is the top post of the single crochet. Slip stitch in, but this time we are not going to bind off. We're just closing it. Instead of binding off, we're going to chain 4, and this is going to count as a treble crochet. So in order to do a treble, you're going to yarn over twice, go into the same space that you closed it with, yarn over, come back out, and now you should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, and then yarn over one last time and take off 2. Let's do that again. Yarn over and yarn over. Into the chain space, not chain space, yarn over, and we're going to go into this space here, yarn over, come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, oh, I split my yarn, yarn over and pull off 2 more, yarn over and pull off the last 2. Now we're going to chain 3 and do that again. Yarn over twice, go into the same space, yarn over, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over and pull off the last 2. Again, we're going to do this 3 times total. So yarn over twice, go in the hole, yarn over again, pull it out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Look at how gorgeous that blue is next to this purple. Absolutely love it. So again, yarn over twice, and we're working right back into that same hole that we started in. Yarn over, once you're in there, yarn over and pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over and pull off the last 2. Now, back to the single crochets. We're going to skip the next 2 and go into the third one. So we're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, go into that third single crochet, yarn over, and come back out. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2. Ah, shoot, I messed up. Hold up. Okay. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a double crochet, not into these first 2 spaces here. So not this one, not this one. We're going to go into the third single crochet, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. We're going to do that 3 double crochets. So the next the next 2 single crochets. Now the next one, and we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and do half doubles in the next 3. So skip this one, go directly into this one. Now half double, you'll yarn over, come out, yarn over, and pull off all 3 loops. So let's do that again. Yarn over, go into the next single crochet, yarn over and come back out, yarn over and pull off all 3 loops. Last one, yarn over, go into that next single crochet, yarn over and come back out, yarn over and take off all 3. Now we're going to chain 1 and skip 1, and we're going to go back and double crochet. So now we're working in kind of this direction again, mirror image of it. So yarn over, skip this one, and go into the second single crochet, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Again, yarn over, go into the next single crochet, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Last time, we're going to yarn over and go into that third single crochet, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Chain 1, and we're going to skip 2 this time. So not this one, not this one, but that third single crochet there. We're going to yarn over, go in, yarn over, come out. Oh, no. We're doing a treble next. So we're going to skip these 2, yarn over twice, so you should have 3 hoops on your hook. Skip these 2 and go into the third one, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over and pull off those last 2. We're going to do that 3 times total, chain 3, and do 3 more right into the same hole here. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off those last 2. Again, make sure you have 3 loops on your hook. So you're going to yarn over twice, go into that same space here, yarn over, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over, pull off 2. Now we're going to go ahead and chain those 3 chains out. Now, again, we're going to yarn over twice and do 3 more trebles into this same space. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over and pull off those last 2. Again, yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, oop, got another split there, and yarn over and pull off those last 2. Last time, I'm going to go a little bit quicker here, and you can see we have 3 triple crochets, chain 3, and 3 more trebles. So now we're going to yarn over, skip these 2, and we're going to go ahead and repeat what we just did, this whole section here. So yarn over, skip 2, go into your 3rd one, yarn over, come on out, yarn over and pull off 2. Oh, wait, I did it again. After your trebles, you're going to chain 1, yarn over, skip 2, and go into your 3rd hole. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. We're going to do that into the next 2 single crochet spaces here. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, come out. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, come out. Yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, and take off 2. Chain 1. And now this is for, these next stitches are going to be for our half double crochet. So you chain your 1, you skip your space, yarn over, go in, yarn over, and instead of pulling off 2, we're going to pull off all 3 because this is a half double. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, come out. Yarn over, take off all 3. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and do that last one and chain 1. Now we're going to skip this space and work into the next 3 single crochets. So yarn over, we're doing double crochet this time. Skip 1, go in, yarn over, pull off 1. I'm sorry, let me start that again. Kind of ahead of myself here. Yarn over, skip that first one and go into the second one. Yarn over, come back out. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Again, we're going to yarn over, go into that next space, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. And this is the last double crochet. We're going to chain 1, skip 2, and we are going to make another corner here. So yarn over twice, go into the 3rd space, so skip 1, 2, and go into the 3rd. Yarn over, come back out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off those last 2. Again, yarn over twice, in, grab, wrap, take off 2, wrap, take off 2, wrap again, and take off 2. Yarn over twice, into that same space there. We're going to yarn over, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and yarn over and pull off 2. Chain 3, yarn over, go back into that same space there, and you're going to yarn over, come out, yarn over, take off. What happened here? Hold on. Yarn over twice, go into that same space, yarn over, come on out, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, and yarn over and take off those last 2. So we're going to go ahead and keep doing that until we have all 3 of our treble crochet. And there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and repeat these. If you have trouble remembering what step is next, please feel free to rewind the video, and I will meet you back at the beginning again. Okay, so now I've met you back at the beginning again. I've got my chain 1. I've skipped the 2 spaces that I have left, and we're going to go ahead and close on the top of this chain 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go into the back to the front, loop over that middle loop there. So now we've got both loops on there, and we're going to slip stitch into there. Okay, so bind off, and there you have it. I will meet you back to go to the next row for black. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make our slip knot and get ready for our last round of black. So I like to start in the corners. So we're going to go ahead and slip stitch onto this corner here, if I can. I may not be allowed to today for some reason. Okay, let's try that again. Slip stitch around that chain 3 space. Pull yourself nice and tight, and we're going to chain 1. That does not count. That is just for height. And we are going to go ahead and make 3 single crochet on this chain 3 space. Slide it down because you'll need the space. And we're going to chain 3, and we're going to make 3 more single crochet right here in the same chain 3 space. Just sliding them down as we go, as needed. Okay? Now we are not skipping any stitches here. We're going to go directly into this stitch here. We are going to chain or single crochet 3 single crochets, and in this chain 1 space here, we're going to make a double crochet that dips down into this previous row. And again, we're coming back up through the front, not around the back. So double crochet in there, and it makes it like a spike stitch. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead into this next set of 3, and we are going to single crochet on the top post of these 3 double crochet. And again, we're going to double crochet into the previous row, making sure you come back out the front, not out the back. Okay, and again, right into the top post of these 3 half double crochet, and we are going to go ahead and double crochet into the previous row. And that's pretty much what we're doing the whole way around. Single crochet 3 into the top post of these 3 double crochet, and we're going to double crochet down into the previous row, coming back out the front. And now we're going to single crochet across the top post of these 3 trebles, and now we're back into one of these chain 3 spaces where we are going to single crochet 3, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slide them down a little, and single crochet 3 more. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to single crochet on top of these trebles. 1, 2, 3, and we are back at a chain 1 space, in which we will double crochet down into the previous row, coming back out the front to yarn over, not through the back. That way you have this nice pop that happens here, and it doesn't thicken up. Single crochet into the top post of these 3 double crochet, and now we're going to drop back down and double crochet into the front of this single crochet. Again, 3 single crochet for the top of these half doubles, and then a double crochet into that single crochet from the previous row. It is really simple. We're just going to keep doing the same thing all the way around until we get back to the beginning again. Look, you're almost halfway around it anyway. Okay, so I will meet you back at the beginning again. Okay, so we are back at the beginning again. We are going to close, and just like every other round, this first chain that we made does not count. We are going to go in that top post of the first single crochet that we made, yarn over, and slip stitch into it. Okay, and then we're just gonna bind off and move on to our next round. And this is what it should look like right now. Okay, so now we are going to do our final round, which will just be a double crochet all the way around. Nothing fancy, nothing special, just a double crochet around. So let's get started. Again, I like to work in the corner. So we are going to slip stitch into this corner here, into this chain 3 space, and we are going to chain 1 just for the height, does not count, and we are just going to put 2 double crochet into this space, chain 2, and put 2 more double crochet into the same space. Okay, now without skipping anything, that means that this first stitch gets taken too. We're going to double crochet in every stitch around the entire square, top post only. So for the top post, you go into that space right under what looks like a chain or a braid. So that's the top of it. And this right here, after that first ridge, would be the top post. So we're going to just double crochet into that space, 1 double crochet into every top post that we have. Okay, so when you're finished, I will meet you back at the beginning again so that we can close. Okay, so we've made it back to the beginning again. We are going to close it by skipping this bottom chain here and going directly into the space above it and slip stitching into that space. Bind it off, snip, sew in your ends, keep it as a motif, make a bunch of them, turn it into a blanket, a throw, even a sweater would be pretty cool with these. So thank you for joining me again today. I appreciate your views, If you like what I've done here today, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to grow and put more content up. Yes, it would be fantastic if you joined us at Fantastic Fibers.